Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name is Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
Thanks for listening, folks. Thanks for tuning in. It's 11 degrees outside, but the wind's not blowing so far and feels pretty nice, really.
Yeah.
Kind of a nice snow. We only got about 1.5 to 2 inches, maybe. And I measured around the house this morning before I came out because if there's any wind at all, there's not much snow to measure here. A lot of times it's all in a pile, but this stuck pretty good. Laid pretty nice and even, and all in all, we come out pretty good. Not near as much snow as maybe they were earlier talking about.
Yeah.
So it's good to cover that.
Yes.
Just, I'm sorry, I want to apologize to you this morning. First thing I said when I saw you was, how often do you get a haircut? And I kind of coughed it. And you get a haircut once a month?
Usually.
I apologize.
Right in that area. Yeah.
I'm sorry. You cut your hair however you want, but let me ask you a question.
Okay, Dave.
Now, Mom, if you're listening, Peggy Mom and Marion Mom, I wonder how Peggy feels, your mom feels about you getting your hair cut once a month. What has she ever said about it?
Well, I think she's fine with it. Yeah, mom doesn't like, mom would prefer short hair on me anyway. Yeah.
You know, I've only met your dad a couple times, but I think he'd look pretty good in a ponytail.
Sorry. Yeah, boy, I'd love to see that. Oh man!
Or maybe
my dad probably gets his hair cut maybe even more often than I do.
Okay, runs in the family then.
Yep. My dad used to cut my hair way back in the day.
Yep.
It was short.
Yeah. Well, that's the way it was done then. My Aunt Joanne used to cut our hair when we were kids. If we were out on her farm, and it was kind of like, at that time, longer hair was just getting kind of popular, and so you kind of wanted your hair a little longer. But Aunt Joanne would, what she called blundered.
Oh.
And then when you blundered, then you had to take a little more off.
Oh, yeah.
I blundered. So here would come some more, and next thing you know, you had, a real tight cut with maybe a little puff of hair on the top.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's all right. You do whatever. It's free country.
Well, gee, thanks, Dave. I'm glad that I have your permission.
Well, there's something you're missing.
To go and get my hair cut whenever I want to. Thanks so much.
Let me ask you another question.
I feel so much better now.
Well, I'm glad. I'm going to more questions on this real quick.
Okay.
Now, does your beautiful wife, Shelley, she ever just walk by when you're sitting in your chair or at the kitchen table and just kind of squeeze your ears with a little love squeeze, just a light little squeeze on your ear?
No, I can't say that's ever happened.
That's why.
What do you mean that's why?
Well, because you got that marine cut all the time. Your ears to kind of stick out there, and they look.
Oh, so now you're saying I have big ears? Is that what you're doing?
No, I'm just.
Boy, thanks a lot. What a great way to start the morning. Geez, Amperson, how many times do you cut your hair? Well, you know what? You cut your hair so short on the side now, you look like you have big ears.
I didn't say big ears.
Thanks so much. I appreciate it. What a great way to start the day. Boy,
I did not say you had big ears.
Not like I'm going to be self-conscious now for the rest of the day. Thanks.
Well, they are just kind of hanging out there.
Jeez.
I mean, if there was a little bit of hair around them, I bet Shelley'd walk by and just give them a little pinch. And they're just hanging out there in the midair, and there's nothing romantic about that. Let's check the birthdays.
Okay, let's do.
Welcome back to the regular schedule on the breakfast show, by the way. It's good to have you here, my bro.
Yeah, great.
Brother.
Yeah, wonderful to be back with you.
Happy birthday to Tammy Klebb.
Yay, happy birthday, Tammy.
Happy birthday to Christy Bartok. And happy birthday to Teresa Holmes. Those are 3 of the birthdays that we're aware of today, but there's many more out there. And we wish you all a happy birthday. You're celebrating today with Carrie Underwood.
Oh, wow.
Yep. She is?
Oh, I'm just going to guess 33.
39.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I didn't know. Yeah.
Former American Idol winner. I didn't know that. Does she have stretchy pants? Is there something about her with stretchy pants?
I don't know.
Well, this note here says, Carrie Underwood, 39, singer, and we hope the country music superstar and former American Idol winner is wearing her stretchy pants today.
Oh, you know what? I think she did a song like on a Christmas album about stretchy pants.
Oh, I see.
Kind of a funny song, if I remember correctly. That might be what they're referencing.
Well, she has a lot of latitude there. She's sold more than 70 million records worldwide.
Yeah.
So, more power to her. Sharon Stone is celebrating birthday today. She would a lot of times her parts, she would play a kind of a sultry, naughty girl. How old do you think she is?
Boy, usually I'm kind of good at this, but these I'm struggling with. Right around 60 is what I'm going to guess.
64.
64.
Almost ready to retire.
Huh.
Or not.
Yeah.
She has had big hits like Total Recall and been part of Casino to Silver and The Specialist, and she is also best remembered for her classic leg-crossing interrogation scene in Basic Instinct. Geez, I don't remember that. And last but not least,
yes,
Chuck Norris.
Yeah, wow. Why didn't you tell me? Oh, boy, we got to get, during the day, I'll Google it. We're Chuck Norris jokes today, baby.
Okay.
Don't you think?
Yeah, I think that would be fun.
Man, I love Chuck Norris jokes. Chuck is the man. I have to admit, I watch the reruns even to this day. Walker, Texas Ranger.
That does not surprise me. He is how old, you think?
I'm going to guess 76. 80-something.
82.
Really?
Yes.
Man.
Yep. He's the martial artist, actor, and screenwriter. And, of course, Walker, as you mentioned, the Texas Ranger, a big one. Force of One, the Delta Force, the Forced Vengeance, all those types of films he has been very successful with. Also, one more birthday, Emily Omsment, 30 today, currently stars in the Netflix comedy Pretty Smart. So if you're celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday to you. You're celebrating with those folks and many others.
All right.
Good to have you aboard. We're going to, I don't know what happened to my school lunch menus. I can't find them.
You want to hear some Chuck Norris facts about food? Chuck Norris makes onions cry. That's how tough Chuck Norris is. Yeah.
A few Chuck Norris jokes goes a long ways, but enjoy.
Chuck Norris uses pepper spray to spice up his steaks. Yeah. Chuck Norris grinds his coffee with his teeth and boils the water with his own rage. Okay, I'll stop there.
All righty then.
Okay.
Coming up this half hour, the Dave Davis Farmers National Report, and I don't know what happened to my school lunch menus.
You don't?
No, maybe they get all put together over there?
Maybe they did. This feels a little bit thicker than the pile usually is.
I'm glad because
here.
I was afraid I was losing it.
Let's see. I'll get you started today by going to Sandhills, and this is Thursday the 10th. Lasagna, garlic bread, and carrots at Sandhills in Dunning today.
Wouldn't you like it if you were just sitting there and Shelley walked by and just give you a little pinch on your ear just to express her love for you?
Well, yeah.
Loop City today, the 10th, right?
Yes.
They're having corn dogs and rebelunzas.
Yeah, rebelunzas.
Lunzas, corn dogs, all at Loop City today.
No school at Callaway today.
I mean, it wouldn't be a hard pinch, just a little touch. Arcadia, no school today.
No school at Anselmo Myrna.
Really?
Yep, no school at Arnold.
I just read a 10 o'clock start this morning for Anselmo Myrna. So
well, there's lunch menu says
I'm confused.
No school. All right, I'll take it back then. Sorry.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the lunch menu says, and I've got, it says March 2022, 10th. Oh, well.
Well,
Maybe they changed the schedule.
They may have changed the schedule. At Broken Bow Middle High School today, they're showing
yes.
no school.
Okay. Ansley is showing no school today for spring break.
SEM today, they're having popcorn chicken and potato bowl.
Sargent today, macho nachos, green beans, fruit cup, cookie, milk, and salad bar at Sargent.
Gothenburg, no school today. Let's see here. Let's sort those out a little bit. When we don't do them then we don't mark them, and then sometimes we're off a day.
Yeah. Well, we missed them. We didn't read them yesterday because of all the schools closing and stuff.
All right, Brent.
Yeah, what? What would you like to pick on me about
I'm
now?
not picking on
today?
you. I'm just asking you a question.
Any other features about me that you would like to, bring up today that you think are goofy looking or something?
I did not say anything like that. You're interpreting it incorrectly.
Oh, I think I'm interpreting it
Said there
just
was a
fine.
little fluff on your ears. Shelley might be more inclined to give you a little pinch on your ear when she walked by.
So is that the way your day starts at the Bernie household? Joan walks by and just gives you a little pinch on the ear?
She's sleeping in a little bit longer now that she's not doing the news line.
Oh, well, good for her.
I don't see her in the morning.
Okay.
But when we're in the living room and I'm sitting on the couch, sometimes when she walks by, she'll kind of rub the top of my head.
Oh.
And I like it. I start to purr like a cat.
Well, okay.
I wonder if Drew survived yesterday down at Barney Health Mart.
I don't know. I almost went down myself just to see the shirt that you were talking about.
Well, he's a pharmacist there, and he was looking, well, I don't know if this is politically correct to say anymore, but he was looking studly.
Oh.
I mean, that shirt really, really looked good on him, and there were already ladies coming in the door. And as I mentioned yesterday, he was like Limburg cheese to a fly. and the flies were ladies.
Yeah, okay. Well, I hope he got through the day all right.
I imagine he did.
Yeah.
Anything else on your mind?
No, not really.
You want to play the game?
Sure, we can. It's Women's History Month, and we've been testing your knowledge of the groundbreaking women of rock and roll. Here's your question today. She was the lead singer with the Stone Ponies in the 1960s. Their first hit was Different Drum, but her beautiful version of Roy Orbison's Blue Bayou is considered her signature song.
Really?
Well, that's what it says here is her signature song. I would say it probably is, wouldn't it be?
Boy.
I mean, when I think of this artist, I got to admit that's one of the first songs I think of. Oh, yeah. So here's your choices. Linda Ronstadt, Judy Collins, Carly Simon, or Melanie. Those are your choices.
Melanie?
Yeah. She was the lead singer with the Stone Ponies in the 1960s and then did a beautiful version of Roy Orbison's Blue Bayou. Are we talking about Linda Ronstadt, Judy Collins, Carly Simon, or Melanie? If you know, call us at 872-2801.
Geared for Sports on the west side of the square in Broken Bow is there for you when you're gearing up for your sports endeavors. They have you covered for spring and summer and from head to toe if you need it for track, baseball, or softball. Don't see what you're searching for? Make sure you talk to Scott. He'll do what he can to get it for you. Geared for Sports, always ready to go the extra distance for their customers. West side of the square in Broken Bow.
Varney Health Mart in Broken Bow loves stocking great items for spending time together with friends and family. You simply need to go in and see their selection of puzzles, featuring scenery, animals, flowers, and even animal-shaped puzzles. If you're proud of your work and want to keep it together forever, they have puzzle glue too. New puzzles and more are at Varney Health Mart in Broken Bow. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
7:46, we have Linda on the line. Good morning, Linda. How are you?
Good morning. Good.
Is there a special shirt that your husband wears that you think looks more attractive on him than other shirts?
No. Not that I know of.
Okay, I just wondered. Is there a pair of shoes that he wears that looks better on him than other shoes?
No, because he wears the same tennis shoes all the time.
Ah, there you go.
The comfortable ones. Here's Brent with the question.
Okay, Linda. She was lead singer with the Stone Ponies in the 1960s. Their first hit, Different Drum, and then she did a beautiful version of Roy Orbison's Blue Bayou. Who is the artist? Linda Ronstadt, Judy Collins, Carly Simon, or Melanie?
Linda Ronstadt.
Yes, of course it is.
She was my favorite back in the 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw her in concert.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. When was that?
God, I can't remember.
Okay.
Back in the maybe 80. I can't remember.
Yeah.
And I remember sitting there looking at her, and she had these big diamonds in her ears, and they sparkled. And I said, someday I'm going to have some of those.
Yeah. And have you?
No, not quite that big.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, I hope you like Subway, because that's what we're going to give you today, a free 6-inch sub at Subway in Broken Bow. So just come on out and see us.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
Linda.
you, Linda. Have a good day.
You too, bye.
Bye. You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show with my friend Brent, my brother, my neighbor.
I feel so bad, I got a worried mind. I'm so lonesome all the time.
Linda Ronstadt, our subject this morning, and a wonderful singer she was and will ever leave that music for us to enjoy. You're listening to The Breakfast Show on this Thursday, the 10th day of the month.
Good morning. Good morning.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show with Dave and Brent.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. This is Kathy Eberly reporting for Dave Davis Auction Service and Farmers National Company. To start with, I would like to remind you that we are having our machinery consignment auction. That's going to be Saturday, April 2nd, starting at 9 a.m. at the Custer County Fairgrounds. For proper advertising of items, if you could get your items on the flyer, please get your list of the consignments into our office by Monday, March 14th. We will take consignments after that, but if you want to make sure the items are on the flyer, if you could get that list to us or call the office before or on Monday, March 14th, that would be great. That auction is going to be April 2nd, starting at 9 a.m. at the Custer County Fairgrounds. If you have any questions, you can give Jim a call at 870-1785. Going over to Farmers National side, we have a listing at 628 South 6th Avenue, has a large garage. It is a home with an apartment upstairs. Kitchen has lots of cabinets, breakfast nook, and a large pantry. Open living, dining space, 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom on the main floor. And then the main floor and lower level laundry. Full storage basement with other possibilities. Upstairs has its own entrance. It has an open loft area for kitchen and living dining space. Has 1 bedroom and 1 bathroom. All appliances are staying with the home. Has new PEX PVC drains installed throughout. New instant natural gas water heater in 2019. Has underground sprinklers. That's at 628 South 6th Avenue in Broken Bow. Also by Broken Bow at 79891 Highway 2, we have an acreage close to town. Living room has beautiful original hardwood floors, 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom on the main floor. Laundry is located off of the kitchen. Lower level has a 3rd bedroom with egress window. It's an all-electric home with a heat pump, nice-sized yard with underground sprinklers, newer windows, septic tank, and concrete driveway. New shingles in 2020 and siding in 2021. Large garage was built in 2012. It's 1.68 plus or minus acres with a fenced-in area in the back for a horse. That's at 79891 Highway 2, Broken Bow. At 1725 North C Street, we have an 1890 stately 2-story home. This home sits proudly on a hill of a very large lot. Main floor has kitchen, dining area, living area, half bathroom, office, and a family room. Family room has a fireplace and newer waterproof flooring. Upstairs has 3 bedrooms and 2 more bathrooms. Master bedroom has a master bathroom, hardwood floors under the carpet, partial basement with laundry and great storage. You'll enjoy the large wraparound deck, mostly newer windows, furnace and air conditioner are around 6 years old. Exterior was recently painted. Utility shed, garden shed, and double garage with storage above. This is located at 1725 North C Street. Then in Myrna, we have a new listing at 404 East Center Avenue. Has open living and dining space with lots of natural light. Galley kitchen with appliances staying. 3 bedrooms and 1 bathroom on the main floor. Lower level has large master bedroom with a large walk-in closet. Family room and 2nd bathroom with laundry area. Large finished garage with tons of storage. It's an all-electric home, open front porch, located just outside of Myrna. This home has so much to offer at 404 East Center Avenue by Myrna. And then at 474 Crawford Street, Mason City, we have a full-service firearms store. Purchase price includes a firearms, ammo, inventory, business laptops, shelving, furniture, office equipment, printer. Gun Sense, formerly as Cooper Corner, was established in 2017, has been greatly expanded with a suppressor or night vision thermal equipment. Gun Sense is the only Gold Star dealer in Nebraska for silencer. Located on Nebraska Highway 2, with expanded customer territory through central, northern, and western Nebraska. A turnkey opportunity with a very bright near and long-term future. That's located at 474 Crawford Street in Mason City. I think that sums it up for this week, but I'd like to thank you all for listening, and I hope you all have a great day. Thank you.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KPBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News special report. We're just getting a brand new read on inflation. The Labor Department says prices for U.S. consumers jumped 7.9% in February compared with a year ago. That's on top of a 7.5% increase in January. Largest contributors for the new one, food, shelter, and gas. Low interest rates and robust spending also factoring in. The war in Ukraine has been having a major impact on fuel prices here in the U.S. CBS's Earl Barnett.
Across the country, Americans are feeling the pinch at the pump. A recent poll from AAA finding almost 60% surveyed said they would make changes to their driving habits with gas above $4 per gallon. If it reaches $5 per gallon, as it has in some states, 3/4 said they would need to adjust their lifestyle.
The average price this morning, $4.32. The Fed is expected to begin a series of interest rate hikes next week. CBS News special report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Here is a look at state news. I'm Gavin Higgins. A man accused of a fatal Omaha shooting will stand trial. 37-year-old William Snoddy is facing first-degree murder and weapons charges. Tuesday, a judge ruled there is enough evidence in the case to proceed to trial. The shooting took place in January at a home near 47th and Laurel Avenue. Police found 46-year-old Darren Hunter inside a car with a gunshot wound. He died after being taken to the hospital. One person is in custody after a reported burglary in rural Columbus on Monday afternoon. Deputies with the Platte County Sheriff's Office were dispatched to the residence shortly before 1 p.m. for reports of a burglary in progress. Upon arrival, deputies entered the property and approached the residence. As they approached the residence, a man exited the residence with his hands up. The subject, identified as Bradley Killian, 50 years old, from Silver Creek, was detained. Deputies requested and were assisted by the Columbus Police Department's K-9 unit, who conducted a thorough search at the residence and property. No further assailants were located. The sheriff's office says evidence obtained in the subsequent investigation revealed that Killian was actively in the process of burglarizing the residence at the time of the deputies' arrival. Killian was placed under arrest and transported to the Platte County Detention Facility, where he was housed on the charges of burglary, criminal mischief, and first-degree criminal trespass. Killian remains in custody on a $50,000 10% cash bond. The incident remains under investigation by the Platte County Sheriff's Office. Fire crews in Adams County responded to a house fire in the 1100 block of North Platte Avenue in Juanita. According to Hastings Police Department Sergeant Kyle Williamson, Hastings Police got a call around 2:30 a.m. Monday of a house on fire. The Juanita Volunteer Fire Department was able to get the fire under control around 3 a.m. Juanita Fire Chief Ed Consbrook said the fire was caused by a heat lamp in a little hut outside for a cat caught on fire. He said there was some damage to the back side of the house with burnt siding and a little smoke damage. All occupants in the home were able to make it out of the home safely, and there were no injuries in the fire.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
News from Major League Baseball, where Commissioner Rob Manfred announced that regular season games have been canceled through April the 14th as the owners and players were once again unable to come to terms on a new collective bargaining agreement. Manfred said that the latest talks were a last-ditch effort to get a full 162-game season in. NFL news, the Indianapolis Colts are trading quarterback Carson Wentz to the Washington Commanders for 2 third-round picks. In NBA games of note, battle of the top team in the West against the top team in the East. The Suns beat the Heat 111-90. Bucks down the Hawks 124-115. Giannis Antetokounmpo 43 points, 12 rebounds for Milwaukee. Jason Tatum 44 points for the Celtics. They beat the Hornets 115-101. Bulls over the Pistons 114-108. The Knicks surprised the Mavericks 107-77. Jazz all over the Trailblazers 123-85. Nuggets knock off the Kings 106-100. Nikola Jokic 38 points, 18 rebounds for Denver. College basketball, Colgate wins the Patriot League tournament title.
Here's your Weatherology forecast. For today, a winter weather advisory in effect early on. We'll have mostly cloudy conditions with high temperatures working up into the mid-20s. Then for tonight, mostly clear skies, a low of 3 above 0. For your Friday, lots of sunshine, still below average with highs right around 30, but milder into your weekend. Saturday, sunny up to 47, approaching 60 on Sunday. For the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Carroll.
Oil investments involve a high degree of risk, and actual results may vary.
Oil keeps going up as the Russia conflict escalates. Get in on the next major oil boom now and help the U.S. with your patriotic investment that can potentially pay you monthly income for up to 20 or more years. That's the sound of a producing oil well and the sound of a smart investment. If you're an SEC accredited investor, you can take advantage of Encore Energy's projects. The U.S. government needs your investment in oil and is allowing you to write off nearly 100% of your investment in the first year. Goldman Sachs is projecting oil to go up to $100 a barrel. Call 800-278-7455. Call now and learn how to deduct 100% of your investment and create 20 or more years of potential monthly income. Call 800-278-7455. You'll be calling directly to the home office of Encore Energy. That's 800-278-7455.
12 degrees outside under a cloudy sky. Winds not a factor so far today. Barometric pressures at 30, 20, and rising. Humidity at 83%. High temperature yesterday was 19 with an overnight low of 10. Sunset today at 6:39. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 6:58. And we have about 1.5 inches of snow, new snow on the ground from 7 o'clock yesterday to 7 o'clock this morning. We got 7 hundredths out of that, and that puts us at 28 hundredths for the month. 12 degrees under a cloudy sky. That's a look at the weather here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
This commentary is paid for by Ray Hunt. This commentary was not created in the KCNI KBBN studios and does not necessarily represent the views or policies of Custer County Broadcasting.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This audio from Braden with Langley Outdoors Academy is brought to you and paid for by Ray Hunt.
Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, and thank you for stopping by. All right, guys, if you did not watch the State of the Union address last night, you did not miss much. But due to my responsibility to you and the love that I have for you, I threw myself on a sword, but I could not have done it alone. I was watching it with Jared from Guns and Gadgets, and we were texting back and forth. It was phenomenal. But there are a few things that I need to bring to your attention. Really, basically, boiling it down to two things here. One, this was not a State of the Union address that was all about the things that the policies of the Democratic Party have brought you, because there wasn't anything. This was a Democratic strategic vote for me pitch in about 5 to 6 months. This was trying to turn the page, and they did not do a great job. That's one. Two, they went after guns again, but they did it in a half-hearted, mealy-mouthed kind of like, checkbox, I said it, so you can't be upset. I'm going to show you everything, and we're going to analyze the why on how they go about this, specifically in Biden's speech. But now, let's look at Biden's State of the Union. I've got 4 clips for you, and I'm going to kind of piece them together and show you how this was really a broadcasting of how screwed they are. But then also, they went after your gun rights again because hashtag Biden's greatest hits. All right, here's the first one. I'm going to show you what he said. This is a very big pivotal moment. Check this out. This is what he said earlier on in his speech around the police.
We should all agree the answer is not to defund the police. It's to fund the police. Fund them. Fund them.
Fund them. Fund them. Fund them, police. Here's the thing. The reason that he came out so hard and said fund the police is because this is a narrative that is hurting the Democratic Party because they openly did it. The chickens are coming home to roost around that, which is why Biden spent time to actually openly say fund the police. Now, this is in complete contrast to the entire progressive wing of his party. In fact, I found it ironic that Rashida Tlaib of the Progressive Workers' People Party, Communist, whatever, she actually did an address or a counter address or a response address to their own Democratic president after this speech. There's cracks in the armor. Anyway, so now I'm going to walk you through something else which is really important because they went into, or he, I keep on saying they, really the speechwriters, but Biden went into this really interesting take on something that is a dead horse, and they're beating it again. Check this out.
I asked Congress to pass proven measures to reduce gun violence. Pass universal background checks. Why should anyone on the terrorist list be able to purchase a weapon? Why?
All right. So he went back and hit on universal background checks. H.R. 8 and H.R. 1446 have been languishing in the Senate for months now. There's been no vote. It's never even been called to the floor. Why would he go out and call for universal background checks when his own party is responsible for delaying it? Because it's trying to get a pitch. He's trying to get his left base aligned to his goals, because he's even lost his left base. He doesn't even have the middle. He doesn't have the right, obviously. He's trying to realign to his left base to get them activated because he's doing that badly. That's one. Now, the next thing I want to show you is this is something he said about Ukraine. Later on in the speech, he gave an amazing juxtaposition. So it's gun rights for Ukrainians, no gun rights for you. Check this out.
All of strength he never anticipated or imagined. He met the Ukrainian people.
He met the Ukrainian people that have been given rifles by their government to fight an incursion, like the Second Amendment, the whole point, standing army of the people. You know, that whole chestnut? Well, in his first opening segment, that's what he went with. He went with the Ukrainian people are standing up to Putin because Putin is the unconscionable evil, and the Ukrainian people are standing up, and they have rifles. Wait, they have rifles? Almost like a Second Amendment? Like a standing militia to fight an invading force, foreign or domestic? Those guys? I know. Well, then, later in the speech, check out what he did for your gun rights.
Man, assault weapons with high-capacity magazines hold up to 100 rounds. You think the deer are wearing Kevlar vests? Look, repeal the liability shield. It makes gun manufacturers the only industry in America that can't be sued. The only...
So two things there. One, the second thing he said was about the PLCAA. First of all, it's not true that the gun industry is the only industry that can't be sued for their products. The pharmaceutical industry can't either. Can't say that one. Now, that's the first thing. The second thing here, about the ARs. Earlier in this speech, it was all about Ukrainians standing up to Putin. They weren't standing up with their hearts and their little flowers. Okay, they were standing up with rifles. Now, when it comes to you, you don't need AR-15s. You should ban AR-15s. They can hold up to 100 rounds, even though that's the magazine, not the rifle. Whatever, no big deal. The whole point here, it's rules for something else that works for the narrative at the time, but then going back to my main staples for my own base here. This speech was not a, look what we've done. This is the State of the Union. This was a vote for Democrats in the coming fall because we have this amazing laundry list of leftist ideals held together with hopes and dreams and bubblegum. That's what we got for you. If you didn't check my State of the Second Amendment video out last night, let me know what you guys think of that one. I'm going to link it in the description box, and I will see you tonight at 9 p.m. segment. I'm Braden. See you later.
Dave and Brent.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning.
On KCNI KBBN Radio.
It's your last chance. One more week to save on winter merchandise at Beau Bootery. We've knocked 50% savings off of beautiful shoes, fashion boots, snow boots, tights, leggings, selected socks, and slippers. 50% off. Whoa! The cold weather isn't done. Save now and wear now, or save them for next season. 50% off. Winter clearance savings this week at Beau Bootery on the Square in Broken Bow.
Stay up to date on your bank accounts no matter where your schedule takes you. Sign up for mobile or online banking with Bruning Bank to keep track of your accounts anywhere, anytime. At home, the gym, grocery store, day or night. Deposit checks, transfer between accounts, view transactions, and check balances. Set up bill pay so you never forget to pay a bill ever again. Ready to simplify your life? Download the app or visit bruningbank.com. Bruning Bank, member FDIC.
12 past the hour of 8 o'clock. Well, good news. Nebraska looked good for several games in basketball, but in the second half yesterday evening, they went back to their old ways, and they lost a 15-point lead. So their season has concluded.
It has. Yes, the Nebraska men's basketball season is over. I didn't watch the game. My wife and I went to the movies.
Oh, nice.
Instead.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. But just reading about it and everything, it kind of sounds like the team that had won 3 in a row and was the hottest team in the Big Ten showed up in the first half and then maybe reverted to some of their old ways in the second half. So,
yeah,
kind of disappointing. But, to me, that's the next step for Nebraska men's basketball, and that is finding that consistency.
Yeah.
Can you, you can put it together for 2-3 games, but can you keep putting it together game after game after game after game? And probably not quite there yet, it seems like.
It just seemed like the teams turned around. In the first half, Nebraska had all the energy. Their defense was fabulous. They forced turnovers. They were, offense was clicking. They were penetrating and going back outside, using the paint. And the second half, it was the other way around. And just almost like, it almost looked like it was planned, I know it wasn't, but it was too bad because they really to win their last several games like they have on the road.
Oh, that was exciting.
Huge. That was huge.
Yeah, Gavin and I were driving to Lincoln on Sunday listening to the game against Wisconsin, and man, when they started making that comeback in the second half, it was thrilling. I mean, it was so much fun to listen to. So I think you got a taste of what it can be.
Yeah.
But it's not all the way there yet. So hopefully it can get there.
The coach still has his job, and that was even close this year. So he'll be back, and some of those same players will be back. They'll have some new ones. With the portal, it's almost like Star Trek. They just beam them up and beam them out, beam them back in.
Yeah, the transfer portal has changed a lot of things.
Wow.
So who knows who will be back, and who knows what Nebraska's team will look like next year.
Well, the ladies are up next, and we'll be covering as many of those games as we can. We won't have conflicts, so we'll be able to cover the Lady Huskers as they get into tournament action, right?
Yeah, they'll be in the NCAA tournament. I think that's obvious. I mean, with what they've done this season, they've certainly booked a spot in the NCAA tournament, so we'll see where they get seeded and when they play, and I believe that they seed those on the 13th of March, I think, for the ladies. So, yeah, we'll have all the Nebraska women's tournament games for you coming up.
Did I read correctly that they're not having March Madness this year because of the lack of productivity and businesses?
I'm guessing no. I think it's a pretty safe bet we'll have the NCAA tournament this year, Dave.
Now can you you can also bet on those games now too in real fashion. Not just
can you?
Not friendly bracket, in the office stuff. I think you can actually legally bet now on them.
Oh, really?
Can't you?
I have no idea. I don't know.
What's that going to do? We'll see.
Yeah.
Weird Science. I wanted to go to this yesterday, and I actually dug it out of the trash bucket here because I thought this was phenomenal.
Oh?
Scientists have decoded pig language.
Decoded pig language?
Yes.
I didn't know pigs had a language.
Oh, well, they,
Right.
And there's different.
And that's, the grunting is how they communicate with one another. That's what this is saying. Okay. All right.
Kind of like husband and wives when they don't listen to one another. Scientists say they now understand the language of pigs.
Oh, okay.
They used artificial intelligence to decode their oinks and grunts.
Well.
And found the sounds changed consistently depending on what was happening. The researchers think the software can help farmers track the well-being of their livestock because there is a difference between happy grunts and squeals of distress.
Oh.
Now, I think that's great if this is as sophisticated as they're saying, if it helps the animal's well-being, all for it.
Mm-hmm.
But I got to believe there's quite a few producers out there that are around pigs that kind of know when they're having happy grunts or not happy grunts, or when they squeal, whether it's a happy squeal or they're fighting with one another. I don't know that they need a software to determine that. But if they can refine it even further, okay. But I think most producers understand when pigs are squealing when they're happy or when they're having usually a quarrel of some sort. Having some experience being at the county fair, I can tell you it's not hard to tell sometimes whether they're happy or sad.
I wonder how much money was put into that study.
I knew he was going to ask
me,
that.
I love that. I just love to know, okay, how much money was put into that study.
It didn't really say.
Okay.
It didn't really say. Some other things that I think are in the news and kind of interesting. So, still in the news, but not so much lately because of the Ukraine situation. They continue with some of the people who were involved in the January 6th incident at our Capitol. And the first person, it's been a pretty lengthy period of time, but that's how our justice works. The first person to go to trial on charges from the assault on the Capitol has been convicted on all counts. It took less than 4 hours for the court to return the guilty verdict for a gentleman from Texas. On that day, he didn't even go inside the Capitol, but talked a big game outside in a bulletproof vest. The defendant's own son testified against him, saying he was so scared of his dad's rants, he tipped off the feds. And now this gentleman is found guilty on all counts against him. And that's just the first one. So imagine we'll be hearing those unfolding as we go. Now, most people will tell you that when they had COVID, they lost their taste and smell. But not everybody, right? It was different for everyone. And some people haven't gotten their smell or taste back yet from having COVID. And I was actually walking the other day, and an old friend pulled up beside me when we had a conversation. I said, "How you been?" He said, "Well, I had COVID twice." And he said, the first time I ended up in the hospital, and he says, "I haven't been quite the same since." He says, "I still am suffering, some side effects from that." He said the second time, the variant wasn't nearly as aggressive, and he got along with that. But the first one, really, really took him back, and is still making a comeback. So some people got along fine, some people didn't. I think we all know that. But if you are not smelling or tasting still from COVID, they have a way to bring back that taste and smell now.
Oh.
Yeah. Researchers are now testing a new way to restore those senses, so it won't be available to you yet, but there's now listen, this is almost as difficult to talk about as the nose commercial.
Okay.
But they're stuffing a sponge inside a pellet-rich plasma for the patient's own blood up their nose. Yeah.
Okay.
The plasma gets absorbed through the lining of the nose and helps those damaged cells regenerate. So far, it's working. So there may be hope for folks out there who have lost their taste and smell and have not gotten it back since they had COVID. And, you think, well, okay, that's pretty cool. But if you're a person out there who's lost your taste and smell, how much your life had changed from before.
Oh, yeah.
Because two senses there that, you don't think about till you don't have them. So hopefully that will work. So that's our science portion of the show today.
All right.
Pigs grunting and sticking a sponge up your nose.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, we're deep into it today. 8:21, we'll be back with more right after these
words. For those 62 years of age and for those that are handicapped or disabled regardless of their age, the Grand Generation Manor in Callaway has affordable housing available. An equal housing opportunity provider and employer. They're located at 200 South Grand Avenue in Callaway. The Grand Generation Manor.
AeroSeed is your Gallagher Power Fence headquarters. They keep a large inventory of energizers, insulators, wire posts, and testers on hand. Because when you need fencing supplies, you need them now. And if you're looking to build a new fence, Gallagher Power Fence is a less expensive option than traditional post and barbed wire. If you're having trouble with your Gallagher fencer, bring it to AeroSeed, and it can usually get fixed in-house. From building a new fence to putting up some temporary fencing, Gallagher Power Fence is the dependable and affordable way to contain your most valuable resources.
Wow, that's all they can say. It's been an amazing year one at Henry's Bar in Callaway. To thank you, their awesome customers, they're holding a one-year celebration this Saturday. The karaoke starts at 8. The party will be fueled by you on the mic. Henry appreciates the community support this past year and will be giving away hundreds of dollars in giveaways too. You must be there to win. So go get a slice of lime and a good time this Saturday at Henry's Bar in Callaway, the oasis in the middle of Nebraska. 8:23, a little later in the show, let's get Jeremy Shipe in here to talk about our latest promotion.
Oh, good. Okay, I don't even know if I know what it is.
He will be jacked on this.
Oh, yeah?
He will be the spokesperson for this promotion.
Okay.
Extreme Experience.
Oh, now this is what we purchased at the gala.
Yes.
To give away. All right.
Yeah, the ultimate track day experience. You get to choose a supercar and drive on a real track. And Jeremy's going to tell you the details. We'll get him in here later to tell you how this is going to work.
Wow. Am I eligible?
No.
Rats.
I wish I was eligible too.
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
this is a fun. Wow, just reading about it, and when we were looking at it at the gala, and Jeremy was bidding on it, I'm going, man, this sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, tracks. I think in Kansas City and Omaha. I don't know. He'll give details on it. Porsche, drive a Porsche around the track or a Lamborghini. Holy smokes. That would be a great prize.
Yeah.
Okay. You talked about it a while back. Now there's an article that I found this morning about companies taking advantage of our situation of inflation.
Oh.
But doing it, as you discussed earlier, of maybe reducing the amount of fluid in a bottle, maybe a number of wraps on toilet paper.
The number of chips in a package.
Yeah, that one too.
Chips just drive me nuts. I'm telling you. It's like they're only some of these chips bags. I'm going to get
there. You go again.
I'm going to get all revved up again. But I swear, sometimes you open a bag of chips now, and it's only like a quarter of the way full.
Yeah, a lot of air in there, as you said. Companies are tricking you into paying the same for less. It's not just the gas that's super expensive. And by the way, gas is measured by the government under restrictions to make sure a gallon is a gallon. So there are some guidelines and laws there. I mean, somebody could break those, but that's a pretty strict system. Having worked in the gas business, I know that there's guys that go out and spot check people to make sure that they're selling a gallon of gas out of their gas pumps. Now, though, you can thank the supply chain crisis for stores trying to get their spring and summer stock and having a doozy of a time. So dozens of cargo ships have been unloaded, and we have that side of it. So you have the supply chain, you have inflation, and so forth. So now some manufacturers are getting sneaky, making you think that you're not paying more for just giving you less. Charmin has downsized its toilet paper.
Uh-oh.
Yep. The mega roll was 264 double ply sheets per roll. It's now only 244. So that doesn't sound like much, but as much as they produce, can you imagine how much money that would be?
Oh, yeah.
You know, going down 20 sheets per roll, 20 squares per roll. Gatorade also went on a little diet. Now the 32-ounce bottle has an indent around the middle, so you're only drinking, you're drinking about 4 ounces less. Yeah.
Yeah.
How can they do that?
I don't know.
And leave the price the same.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've been commenting about the bottles of Dawn that we have and the one that you have sitting right in front of you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got what? Is it an inch?
Oh, probably close to an inch.
An inch gap at the top of the bottle that's not filled with any. So, I mean, the bottle is not filled to the top, but it claims that you're getting how many ounces?
7 fluid ounces.
Yeah.
But it's so good on your hair.
Well, but see, if they would have filled that to the top, you're probably getting another 1 or even 2 washes out of that bottle.
Yeah.
If they would fill it to the top.
That's true.
So, and I think we made this question. Okay, it says 7 fluid ounces. Is it really?
Well, we were going to measure this, but I certainly want to pour it in and measure it and then pour it back into the bottle because,
you don't want to waste it.
Use it.
Yeah, you don't want to waste it.
Because this can be used for dishes.
Hands.
Shampoo. Well, this really isn't for dishes, is it?
Oh, is that the hand soap?
Yeah. Apple blossom scent.
Yeah. I bet you could use it for dishes.
Oh, I bet you could. 50% less scrubbing all the way across the board.
Yep.
So, like if you got itchy shins, less scrubbing on your shins.
Yeah.
Assistant principal fired over a children book choice.
Okay.
All right. This is the story. A school administrator is out of a job after reading a certain children's book to second grade class. The assistant principal, Toby Price, said he had to step in and read to the kids as a guest reader because the guest reader didn't show. So he grabbed a book, chose to read this book called I Need a New Butt.
Okay.
Which is recommended for 4 to 10-year-olds.
All right.
But the Mississippi school said the assistant principal showed, quote, impaired judgment, and they fired him.
Really? Okay, so here becomes my question. I'm sure you don't have the answer to this, but did he get the book from the school's library to read it, or he brought it in himself?
Let's see how they said he had to step in to read to the kids after a guest reader didn't show. So I'm kind of guessing it was kind of an impromptu thing where the reader didn't show, so he grabbed a book.
Yeah, and that's my question. Where did he grab the book from?
Yeah, that's a good
because
question.
if he grabbed it from the school's library, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now if he brought it in himself, I guess, but wow, to fire him over that?
Yeah.
Of course, I haven't read the book. But
well, I haven't. I don't know what the book's. We should maybe look and see what the book is about. First of all, I will say, having once been a elementary student, and that the word butt is quite exciting.
Yes. It's weird, isn't it? Yeah.
I don't know. So maybe that got him in trouble.
It brings a chuckle.
But he did get fired. He plans to sue the school now.
Okay.
And the school board will hold a public meeting on the issue. Oh, that should be lively.
Yeah, it should be. I wonder if they'll read the book.
That would be a good idea to read it before you go in and make a statement on it. That's for sure. No doubt about it.
and the fact that it happened in New York. That's great. That's a great story.
It is a good story. And by the way, New York, sure, they have their crime problems, but they are not the top crime city in the country. At one time, I think back in the 70s and 80s, they had real big problems and probably were. But they've kind of gotten things straightened out in their parks and on their streets. And they're not the highest crime city in our country. So sometimes they get a bad rap for past, perceptions. But, I mean, there's still crime. We have crime here.
That's right, yeah.
Well, let's take time at this moment in the breakfast show, my good partner, my bro, my friend, my co-host, and my neighbor,
yes,
to thank all the people who helped us with the Love Local promotion.
Oh, yeah.
My goodness. We had all of last month and up to yesterday giving away $25 gift cards.
Do we know the number of gift cards that we gave away?
Well,
do we know the total number? I mean, we gave away several because we actually started giving away, I think, in late January.
We did. Went on into, I thought we were going to go through late January, February, and here we went to yesterday.
Yeah.
And this stack of papers is all the businesses who were part of it.
Wow, that's great.
So we have a moment. Let's thank those people.
Let's do.
And I'm just going to divide this in half. And I know some of the information on these sheets are not current.
Okay.
But we can kind of, what they say in the radio business, ad lib.
All right.
So let's thank the folks who recently gave away a $25 gift card to Gun Sense in Mason City. They are known for their suppressors and so forth that they sell that other places do not. And they are open in Mason City as we speak. Thank you very much, Gun Sense, for being part of the Love Local promotion.
Yeah, Triple Bless Boutique was a part. They opened their doors in 2018. Now they've recently expanded, continue to grow. So thank you, Triple Bless Boutique.
Olivia's Boutique in Ansley, they extended their sale, and they have some big discounts going on. They were closing up yesterday due to the weather, but they are open Tuesday through Thursday, 10 to 6, Friday, 10 to 5, and Saturday, 10 to 4 on Main Street of Ansley.
Sandhills Custom Creations, formerly Awards and More. So great to have this business open and running, and they do all kinds of neat, unique things. So thank you, Sandhills Custom Creations.
Rustic and Red and Cozad, we talk about them every month because they have their sip and shop on the third Thursdays. They are ready for St. Patty's Day, for Easter. They're ready for you anytime. And don't forget to check out their third Thursday sip and shop with sales throughout the day and drinks served from 4 until 7 p.m. at Rustic and Red in Cozad, Nebraska.
One of my favorite stores in the area, Geared for Sports, downtown Broken Bow. Stop in and say hi to Scott. They've got you covered when it comes to apparel, but also shoes. If you're needing track shoes, don't have them yet, swing on in and talk to Scott. Maybe you need a good pair of walking shoes as the weather gets nicer going into the spring. They can set you up at Geared for Sports.
Shotgun Annie's in Callaway. Thank you very much for being part of the Love Local promotion. They just had a celebration of a birthday there recently, Dana's birthday. So if she's a little slower getting to the table, that's probably why. She's a year older now, but I think she'll be fine. She's a young lady. They like to have birthday parties and gatherings there as well. And they have Keno. Good times, good friends, good food at Shotgun Annie's in Callaway.
Nebraska past your door. Oh, Cynthia. Oh, Cynthia. Thank you for being a part of Love Local, Cynthia.
OMG.
It's kind of a thing we do. Cynthia Human is the owner of Nebraska Past Your Door. Thank you, Cynthia. Ready to help you create your personalized embroidered apparel.
Bow Family Furniture in Broken Bow has lots of furniture that you can come and take a look at now. They're getting their stock back in. They also feature many Traeger grills, the full line, grill covers, and more, and auger replacements, part replacements for Traegers. And don't forget, they have beautiful decorative accents, florals, and lamps, and wall decor, as well as all of the big furniture items that you would expect to see in a fully stocked furniture store. Bow Family Furniture and flooring in Broken Bow.
Broken Bow Floral and Plant Studio helped us with our Love Local promotion. Gave away a $25 gift card to them. Stopped in there, right around Valentine's Day. Oh, man, were they hopping. And, man, that store is beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, my gracious. So stop in and say hi to them. Broken Bow Floral and Plant Studio.
Gary Superfoods in Broken Bow under new management, and they're making some changes there, but they are leaving some things the same, such as the deli, because that has always been a staple at that store. At Gary's Superfoods, their meat department is jacking it up. People are talking about the meats again. So stop in to Gary's Superfoods 7 days a week, downtown Broken Bow.
Bo Bootery, family-owned and operated store with footwear for the whole family. Thank you, tailors, for being a part of Love Local.
Costa Styling Salon in Broken Bow. They're always ready to snip your hair and get you looking good. And they also have a new beautician there, Mary McCaslin Klabanesh, and she can do all sorts of things like haircuts, colors, waxes, and more. All the gals there can take care of you at the Costa Styling Salon in Broken Bow, Nebraska.
The Quilting Shack, they have a lot of fun classes coming soon, so follow them on Facebook so you don't miss out. The Quilting Shack.
CarQuest, West Highway 2, Broken Bow, they have all the things you're going to need to fix up that automobile or do the maintenance on an automobile, batteries, tools, accessories, fluids, parts, and they're ready to go for you. West Highway 2, Broken Bow, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 6, and Saturday, 7:30 to 3. And stop in and talk to Lewis and the gang. They'd love to be of service to you.
Agland ATV in Broken Bow. If you need a new ATV, or if you need to service your current ATV, they got you covered. Agland ATV in Broken Bow.
Callaway Market, they are ready to go for you. What a wonderful grocery store it is for a community Callaway's size. And they are open, by the way, 7 days a week, Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m., Sunday, 11 until 5 p.m. And you can keep your money right there in Callaway or in the Seven Valleys area at Callaway Market.
Let's go to Sargent, the Forget-Me-Not Shop. Oh, it's been around for a long time.
It has.
Jackie does a great job. So check it out, Forget-Me-Not Shop in Sargent, Nebraska. Open 10 to 5:15, Monday through Friday. Open, Monday through Friday, open 10 to 5:15, I believe. Check it out in Sargent.
Mills Hardware in Arnold, Nebraska. You will not find a better stocked, complete hardware store anywhere. And people drive a long ways to shop there because they have just about anything you can imagine that you would need on the hardware side. They also have animal feed, lumber, that sort of thing, tools and accessories. They're a Milwaukee dealer as well. In Arnold, they're open Monday through Saturday, 8 to 6.
The Tumbleweed Cafe. That just says that's enough right there, isn't it? Yeah, that's right. Tumbleweed Cafe. They'll fill you up, and they'll do it with you not having to break the bank. So, Tumbleweed Cafe, thank you.
Broken Bow Housing Authority and Husker Homes in Ansley, offering apartments and all sorts of options, homes with utilities and cable included. Talk to them about it at 872-2850 to inquire about those options that we just mentioned, and there are more. Thank you for being a part of the Love Local giveaway to the Broken Bow Housing Authority and Husker Homes in Ansley.
Napa Know-How. Wenquist Incorporated, Dan and Amy Wenquist, your Napa dealer. Thank you for being a part of the Love Local promotion.
Back to Arnold with Brubaker's Coffee House and Gifts. This wonderful historic destination features a barista bar and gift shop. They have so much under the roof for you, and they would love to have you stop in if you haven't been there. And if you have, you want to go back. Mary Bieshler won the $25 gift card, I remember, and she was very excited because she could probably stop in there and get a breakfast burrito and hit the road.
Reflections Salon and Spa in Broken Bow. They do manicures and pedicures, or as we found out, they just sometimes call them manis and petties.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, we found out the hard way on that one.
We did. So Reflections Salon and Spa, thank you for being a part of Love Local.
Yeah, I remember that one. The Broken Bow Legends Neighborhood Grill. Now, Joan and I stopped in there a while back, and we enjoyed a Sunday morning breakfast. And it is delicious. And you can go down there and, from about 11 to 2 on Sundays. Don't forget about that. They'd love to have you stop in. And, of course, they're open, other times as well, and they have menu items and specials and so forth. Great place for the whole family. Good food, good friends, good fun. Legends Neighborhood Grill, downtown Broken Bow.
Thanks to Courtney from Clips and Curls, part of the Love Local promotion. They'll set you up right at Clips and Curls, sell a lot of great hair care products as well. So check them out, Clips and Curls in Broken Bow.
RT Ace Hardware, and that is with new owners, Joe and Liz Franzen and the kids. And they took over in November of this past year, and they've kind of expanded the hours for you. They'd love to have you come in. Joan stopped in there the other day to pick up some totes, and while she was there, the kids were there, and they carried out things for her.
Nice.
So it's a family operation at RT Ace Hardware, and of course, a lot of the fine staff is still there that work for Rod and Beth, so they're going strong, but they'd love to have you stop in if you haven't been for a while. RT Ace Hardware in Broken Bow, and I'll throw a couple more your way, Brett. I got a little bit more on the deck there. Let me do one more, and we'll kind of even it out a little bit more. The Dairy Queen, they were part of the Love Local promotion, and that time they were talking about Cupid cakes, but I bet you if you go in and talk to them or give them a call at 308-767-2067, let me give you that again, 308-767-2067, they would be leaning towards Easter probably, and some of those spring things that are coming up. And, of course, you can always get a dilly bar, ice cream cone, or a double cheeseburger, whatever you like, at the Dairy Queen, West Highway 2, Broken Bow.
Thanks to the Nebraska State Bank. Now, here's an organization that definitely promotes shopping local, and they were a part of the Love Local promotion, gave away chamber bucks. So thank you, Nebraska State Bank.
Varney Health Mart just was there yesterday. They got plenty of Easter items in, new toys, some purses, some candy for Easter. They're set up and ready to go at Varney Health Mart. And talk to the pharmacist about anything that you have questions on about the prescriptions that you're taking, what they are okay to take with as far as over-the-counter. They'll take care of you at Varney Health Mart in Broken Bow. And, of course, they also have the Varney store over in Callaway as well, Seven Valleys area. So thank you for being a part of that. The $25 gift card given away to Varney Health Mart. Also, Lily Kate Boutique, north side of the square in Broken Bow, filled with the latest fashions. Melanie has tons of great apparel, probably winding down a little bit now on the winter apparel, so you might check. They might be moving some of that out at a little bit better price. Maybe it's a little too soon yet, but I imagine that'll happen. And they carry birthday gifts, Valentine's, and Easter baskets, so they're getting ready for Easter as well at Lily Kate Boutique in Broken Bow. Last but certainly not least, the Grocery Cart in Broken Bow. They have the new speedy checkouts that they have been implemented there. People are enjoying that if you go in and pick up a few items, you can check yourself out now. Or if you love to do it yourself, you can do your larger purchases as well. And they have the self-checkout at Grocery Cart, but they have also the folks waiting to serve you there at the regular checkout stands as well. They have been very, very supportive for many years at the Grocery Cart to our communities, not just Broken Bow. So thank you, Grocery Cart. Open daily, 7 a.m. until 10 p.m.
Yeah, and yesterday we gave away a $25 gift card to the Rescue Bar and Grill in Sargent, Nebraska. So
yeah, and they serve great food over there.
Good food, good times.
The chicks that run that place are pretty lively, so get yourself ready for a good time in Sargent.
There you
at
go.
The Rescue. All right, and I hope we didn't miss anybody, but those are some of the sheets we had for promoting those businesses, and we had a little extra time today, so give us a chance to give them a special thank you. What a great promotion. We appreciate it very, very much.
Gearheads and speedsters, listen up. KCNI, KBBN Radio, is sending one winner to a supercar track experience. You'll get behind the wheel of a real supercar and drive laps with no speed limit holding you back. Of course, a brief classroom session with pro instruction is first, but then the track is yours. Your choice of a Lamborghini, Porsche, Ferrari, or Mustang awaits. But you have to enter to win first. Registration starts March 21st for the Extreme Experience giveaway from KCNI and KBBN Radio.
Whether you're training for a marathon or spending all day on your feet, foot pain and poor gait mechanics can really drag you down. Pearson Physical Therapy is offering free stride and foot pain assessments on Saturday, March 19th from 8 a.m. to noon. See their full range of custom foot orthotics casted right there in the clinic and see how proper gait mechanics can help reduce your pain, improve your movement, balance, and so much more. That's the Pearson Physical Therapy Foot Pain and Stride Clinic, Saturday, March 19th from 8 a.m. to noon. Call 872-5800 to reserve your free 30-minute assessment with Pearson Physical Therapy.
The Callaway Good Life Center offers a facility with the comforts of home. Services include skilled nursing care, long-term care, respite care, and more. Callaway Good Life Center is a great place to work, offering competitive wages. Call 836-2267 for more information.
It is 8:52. You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. We're going to get Jeremy in here to talk a little bit more about that day at the racetrack for one lucky person. Driving a Porsche? I think there's even like a hot Ford Mustang in there.
Yeah.
Wow.
I might choose the Ferrari.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
Lamborghini wouldn't be bad.
No, not a one of them would be bad. Would they let you try all of them?
No, I think you got to pick one.
You got to pick one. Okay.
I imagine you take your instructions and then you get to drive the track for so long in one car. But what an experience.
Oh, yeah. It'd be fun.
It's going to be a good time. Here's George Harris.
Pluto TV. It's like a free app, and
okay,
they just all kinds of different channels on it. But they got the Gunsmoke channel, just Gunsmoke all day. So yeah, watched old Matt Dillon track down some boys who were kidnapping some ladies and trying to sell them, and old Matt Dillon took care of that, man, last night.
Well,
so yeah,
I don't mind. I used to watch Gunsmoke all the time, and I still would watch it, but I couldn't watch it all the time.
Yeah, I watch it quite a bit. And you know what else they have on Pluto? The Andy Griffith Show channel.
Oh, no.
Yep.
You've seen all of those twice.
Oh, I've seen every Andy Griffith episode more than twice. Yeah. So I'm into Gunsmoke because there's a lot of, well, it was on the air for how many years? 20?
Yeah, at least. Yeah.
There's tons of Gunsmoke episodes I haven't seen. So, yeah, I'm hooked on that now.
Okay.
It's great television, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
and I forget how many people, we started with Dennis Weaver, Chester, right? And then Bert Reynolds was on for, a season or so?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Quint, I think. Yeah. He was kind of the blacksmith.
Oh.
And then, of course, later you had Newley.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Festus came along, and I just love the way Festus and Doc. That's great stuff.
And I kind of like the way the pagans have 3 wives. So,
well, see, to each their own.
Well, we'll take a time out for news, and we'll continue with my brother Brent.
All right.
Here on The Breakfast Show.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News special report. Inflation makes history. It jumped last month at its fastest pace in decades. The Labor Department says prices rose 7.9%. CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger
tells us prices are on the move. This actually, of course, is mostly the period before Russia invaded Ukraine, so we don't even account for that. But just to put a fine point on it, these are the highest price increases annually since January 1982.
Bank rates, Mark Hamrick.
Leading the way, energy costs, something drivers are painfully aware of, with an annual increase overall of more than 25%. For gasoline, the increase in February was 38% over a year ago. And of course, prices have risen even further with Russia's invasion of Ukraine.
The average price for a gallon of regular in the U.S. today, $4.32 a gallon. Prices for food and rent also up again last month. The Fed is expected to begin raising interest rates next week. CBS News special report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Monsi Bolaños.
Late last night in the NBA, the LA Clippers topped the Washington Wizards 115-109, led by Reggie Jackson on the Clippers radio network.
Jackson working on KCP with a ball fake, trying to drive middle. Jackson with 5 to shoot. Dancing on KCP. A straightaway 3 over the top. Oh, Reggie Jackson. Kaboom.
Jackson ended with 31 points and 7 assists with 5 threes. Ben Simmons will be returning to Philadelphia tonight with the Brooklyn Nets, but only will join them on the bench. Tip-off is set for 7:30 Eastern Time. According to ESPN, the Raiders have restructured the contracts of left tackle Colton Miller and running back Kenyon Drake, creating more than $14.5 million in 2022 cap space. The Titans are also releasing offensive lineman Kendall Lamb. In MLB, more games have been canceled due to the lockout between the owners and the Players Union, with the international draft becoming a hot topic.
Here's your Weatherology Forecast. For today, a winter weather advisory in effect early on. We'll have mostly cloudy conditions with high temperatures working up into the mid-20s. Then for tonight, mostly clear skies, a low of 3 above 0. For your Friday, lots of sunshine, still below average with highs right around 30, but milder into your weekend. Saturday, sunny up to 47, approaching 60 on Sunday. For the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Carroll.
What's done more to improve overall health and wellness, modern medicine or personal hygiene? Actually, it's both. But considering that bathing went mainstream in the 1800s and brushing your teeth in the 1900s, isn't it time for something new, like cleaning your nose? After all, your nose is the body's air filter for trapping dirt and germs, the first line of defense against allergens, bacteria, and viruses from getting into your lungs. But how do you clean your nose? With Navage. Navage isn't medicine, it's more like plumbing. Navage uses powered suction to pull saline in one nostril to the very back of the nose where germs can get trapped and multiply, and then out the other nostril, flushing out mucus and microbes so you can breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier. Join over 2 million others and find out for yourself how refreshing and easy to use Navage is. At Navage.com, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Bed Bath, and Target. Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
13 degrees outside under a cloudy sky. Barometric pressures at 30.21, still rising, humidity at 83%. And if you're just tuning in, we measured about 1.5 inches of snowfall with 7/100ths precipitation in the past 24 hours from 7 a.m. yesterday to 7 this morning. So not as much snow as they had earlier predicted, but it's laying nice out there and the wind's not blowing and got a little more moisture out of the deal. Brent Apperson is here. As I mentioned, he's my brother, he's my neighbor, my co-host, and my friend, and of course we share moms.
Yeah, okay.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Brent Kirkpatrick is here from Lines Appliance. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good to have you in.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So I was thinking about all these folks out there who deliver things, and I was thinking about the gas prices. How's that working out for you?
It's not great. So far, we've been able to kind of hold our delivery cost down. So we're gonna kind of maintain that as much as we can.
Well, thank you for doing that.
Yeah, we'll probably eat a little bit, but I've got different ways to probably help myself out and offset some of that. So
good.
Take advantage of those.
So people out there listening and they think, thinking about getting something, delivery's still on as usual.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I was doing this morning, actually, just calling around, making sure we could maybe do some deliveries today yet or not. Hard to tell. Like here, like say, 1.5 inches doesn't seem too bad. We could probably work within that, but we got some other ones further out. Like we had delivery this morning up by Thedford and another one maybe by Ansley. So see how they turned out with their snowfall.
Yeah, well, you'll know more than we do when you call them because we don't get the snowfall amounts like we used to from the news services. I don't know what it is with all this technology we have today. You'd think you'd have better results on that, but less in that case. So how's supplies going for you? I think you were doing everything you could to keep as much on the floor as you were able to. Are you sitting pretty good?
Yeah. Yes and no, I guess. I have a lot of inventory. It's probably not the widest selection, but I am very deep on a lot of models. Sometimes selection isn't the widest, from the spectrum, but we do have a lot of inventory. I think I've got a lot more inventory than what you'd probably see in a lot of other places.
All right, and speaking of driving, I always like to bring this up because I think it's kind of neat to talk about that you've got people driving from the east end of the state to come and shop here because of that inventory and your service. So that's good that you're able to maintain that.
Yep. Yeah, it is. I think people really appreciate that. You can always go get something, less expensive somewhere, cheaper somewhere. But what you don't get is the service. Yeah. And I think that's what we provide better than anybody else.
So what are you kind of deep in? What are you wanting people to consider while you have all this inventory?
Yep. So inventory, if you're looking for laundry, I have a lot of laundry sets in stock, washers and dryers, anywhere from small, inexpensive, to some real nice large capacity ones that are a smart appliance type deal. You can connect them to your phone. Talking about the technology again, yeah. Yeah, and then we do have a large amount of dishwashers, Maytag dishwashers in stock. Refrigeration, we have a lot of your simple refrigerators. So if you do have a nicer one that goes down, we do have something that can get you by until what you want shows up.
Okay.
That is the best part about that.
Sometimes, Brent, I know that, you've got a agricultural background of growing up and the farm side of things. A lot of times neighbors will share things with one another. And so maybe you get a half or a quarter of beef, and
Yeah.
you need a freezer for it. And I was thinking, my neighbor Brent, he's got room. He's got a big basement over there. If he could, or a garage, he's got a double garage. If he could put a nice freezer in there, then he could maybe offer us some space for some beef to put in over there.
There you go. You might. I know some of them lockers, they charge pretty good rent, so I don't know how good of a friend or.
Well, I tell you what, here's my deal.
Take advantage of this.
Dave goes to you, buys the freezer, and I will let him put it in my garage.
There you
How's
go.
that?
Well,
what do you think?
Might not be a bad deal, really.
And by the way, I'll let him buy the beef too. I'd be more than help you out to help you out there.
Well, a lot of people in this neck of the woods, they do enjoy, buying a half or a full beef, quarter beef, and putting it in the freezer and having it last longer. And when you go to the grocery store, that's one less thing maybe you have to shop for a while. How are you setting on freezers?
Yeah, pretty good, actually, right there as well. I've got a lot in stock there as well. And this is probably the most selection I've had on freezers in a long time. There for a while, we had probably about a 6-month period. I couldn't even get one, and it was pretty hard for anybody. But it took me a long time to get to this point, but we have a lot, anything from like a little 5 cubic foot chest freezer all the way up to like a 22, 25 cubic foot chest. We've got some uprights as well, from 14 all the way up to 21. So, pretty good options there.
Those uprights are nice, aren't they?
Yeah, they are, and they're like all the uprights are pretty much frost free.
Yeah,
so you don't see frost. You don't have to pull everything out and defrost it.
Well, the convenience part of opening it up and looking straight at it rather than down, and it just depends on what you like. But
true, yeah, everybody's got different preferences on that stuff, how they like to have it stacked in there or not.
How much room you have up front in the garage there when you put that in? Well, we could still pull your cars in if you had enough.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yep.
Nice. Good. Well, this will work.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm kind of excited. Yeah, go buy one. Absolutely. I'll even help you haul it into the garage.
I won't have to if you buy it from Lines.
Well, no, Brent will deliver it.
Yeah, is your garage heated?
No, it's not heated.
See, I got all these nice heaters now, too.
Oh, really?
Yep.
For the garage?
Yep. So when you're watching that outdoor TV, you can have this heater out there and help you out.
I'm telling you, man, these outdoor TVs, I love the idea of these. Because, well, let me ask you this. Mm-hmm. Depending on your room, sometimes people have a room that just, even if you pull the shades and stuff, you still can get a glare on the TV. I hope this isn't a dumb question, but would the outdoor TV work for an indoor room that maybe is like that?
Yeah,
it'd make it better?
It would definitely. It would seem a lot brighter, for darn sure. Because, that's the way those outdoor TVs are, is they're going to emit so much more light to combat any sunlight that they can distract that. So they can do a really good job.
The other part of that, if you get the regular flat screen, you will mount that for the folks on a wall somewhere to where you can angle it when you do get that glare.
Yep. Yeah, we have some really nice wall mounts.
Yeah.
That I have 2 different kinds that I like to go off of. There's one that's a real heavy duty one, built one. It lets you slide it back and forth, like left to right on the wall, so you can still find the studs when you mount it, and then not have to worry about getting it just off center. And if you're just trying to get it up there and you think you're off just a little bit according to what your level, the mount lets you adjust it back. They're fantastic mounts. And I weigh like 210 pounds, and this thing will hold me up. So I know if it holds me up, it'll hold up about any TV that there is out there. So,
yeah, and be able to have you, since you do it a lot, sometimes it's just nice to let somebody do it that knows what they're doing, right? So,
yeah. You don't sit there and trying to figure out, well, I think this screw goes here.
Yeah. I'm going to hit anything.
Might decrease on the amount of holes in the wall. If you have someone like Brent come in and take care of it for you.
Same here. Good news is you've got a big screen to cover up some of the holes.
Yeah.
But, boy, the TVs, I know there's, they're much more affordable now for the size, aren't they?
Oh, man. Yeah, I remember I bought my first TV in college thinking, what am I doing spending like $600 or $700 for this TV that was only about 32 or 36 inches wide, and it was supposed to be one of those new flat ones. I'm like, oh, this will be really nice. I'll have this for the next like 15 years probably. Sure enough, I had it for about 8 to 10 years, and then about that point, you realize what they come out with after that, and it's like, wow,
it's amazing.
Overpaid.
And they are quite light for their size.
Oh yeah, I mean, I can hang a 55 or 65-inch TV by myself. I mean, it's incredible.
And the amount of video streaming that's taking place now on these smart TVs, boy, it's really something to watch a high school ball game on that big screen.
Yeah, that's exactly right. As much stuff is what they allow, like, or stream anymore. Like for the state tournament that's going on right now this week, man, we've been watching it down at the store, just taking advantage of that. I mean, it's so nice to have that up there.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And we've gotten into it, and it's kind of fun listening to the guys. I never thought I'd sit in the living room and listen to Brent Amperson do a ball game and watch it at the same time. It's pretty fun.
Yeah. It is. It's really nice.
So that's something to think about coming into the next several months, including baseball season coming up and some things like that.
Yeah, March Madness.
Yeah.
That's right, man.
No, not March Madness. Oh,
yep.
Jeez. I got to tell you, Brent, March Madness just may as well.
Hey, what about the radio station getting a television? I'm thinking about March Madness, really.
I think
kind
it's
of.
a great idea.
As sports director, that's one of the biggest sporting events, really, of the year.
It's huge.
And it happens during work days, during the weekday, and to keep listeners up to date. If I could watch the games as they're happening,
would be fantastic.
Be a great bonus.
Yeah,
just saying.
If you would actually had the responsibility to report on those games.
Well, I could work something out. I could report on them.
Right after Fox Sports does it?
Yeah, sure.
Did Nebraska men's team win last night?
No.
Got beat by 2.
They were ahead 15.
Really good roll.
They were ahead 15 at half. Or not at half, but right after the half.
Yeah.
Darn.
Yeah, they fell apart in the second half. I don't know what it was.
Some had the one Nebraska team first half, the other Nebraska team the second half. It was sad to see because they were really playing well the first half.
The last 3 games before that have been a lot of fun to watch.
This was fun for the first half.
Yeah. I really wanted to watch it last night, but yesterday was my wife's birthday, so we were kind of celebrating her, and I thought if I turned on the game, I might be pushing my luck.
I have a feeling you made the right choice.
Good thinking, Brett. So what else you want to talk about? I know you dabble in some other things, grills, and not really dabble. I shouldn't say dabble. You have grills and other things that you sell.
Yep, we're starting to get a really good selection on grills. Anything from charcoal, right, the Kamado-style grills. We do have some of the griddles now, Pit Boss, which I think, gosh, I mean, there's like a Blackstone and other brands, but I think the Pit Boss is really fantastic. I mean, especially at a price point and what you're getting for just features and everything. I mean, it's really, really nice. We also get some pellet grills are showing up. I have that Kamado Joe grill. We have it in pellet, and I have some other pellet ones coming from Pit Boss as well. So I have all those. We did get a whole bunch of heaters in, which is kind of a late for heater season, but I guess with days like yesterday and today, it'll sure feel nice.
Yeah.
We have anything from like infrared heaters, and then we also have like a patio style heater, like where you see like it's a propane powered one, and then we have some electric ones, like little sun heat ones that you just plug into the wall over there and you can roll up. They're really nice.
Yeah. Well, we still have, if you're going to start maybe being out on the patio, it's really well into June at night before you don't want to take the chill off, and even then sometimes you do. So
just have a little bit of heat rolling on your back or your legs is kind of nice. I agree.
You bet.
We also got in, I don't know how, another new one, but we got in these massage chairs. So I don't know if you want to.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah. Sun Heat makes a big massage chair. You have to stop in and just check it out, if nothing else. And it's kind of neat.
Hey, next time you want to do a spot on the breakfast show, we'll come to your place and visit you.
We could do that.
All right? And
I'll have to go get a chair and sit by that
massage chair.
Yeah, we could do that. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
So you're open 5 full days and part of the day on Saturday, right?
Yep. 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. Saturdays are open from 9 to noon. And, of course, by appointment, if you need to come in later based on schedules or you have an emergency, by all means, give us a call.
Okay.
We have a website, lionsappliances.com.
Go to the website and get all what we've talked about and probably some other things that we didn't touch on today. But appreciate you coming in. No school today for the kids, so you got extra help today, I understand.
Yeah, I got the youngest one. He's right outside. He thought, I told him all this morning when we were getting ready. I was like, well, one of you gets to go with me this morning, and then one in the afternoon, and we'll just keep on rotating everybody around here and keeping everybody moving.
Sounds good. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks.
Lyons Appliance in downtown Broken Bow. We'll be right back with more.
The Grocery Cart is excited to see you on East Highway 2 in Broken Bow. Fresh 85% lean ground round is $4.58 a pound, and Hormel center cut boneless pork loins are $1.98 a pound. Certified Angus beef eye of round steaks or roasts are $5.98 a pound. In produce, crisp green cabbage is 48 cents a pound, and Washington Brayburn apples are 98 cents a pound. Pick up Fiora Mega kitchen towels or bath tissue for $6.98. Grocery Cart in Broken Bow, online at gkbrokenbow.com.
Some things just naturally go together, like a dog and his bone, apple pie and ice cream, or starter fertilizer and Tapera Plus HD in furrow fungicide insecticide from UPL. Patented technology makes Tapera Plus HD super compatible with starter fertilizers. And its fully loaded formula provides for more consistent crop uniformity, enhanced vigor, and maximum yield potential in corn. Ask your retailer about Tapera Plus HD from UPL. And always read and follow label directions. Soybean growers are dealing a swift blow.
Saturday from 9 to 3. Enjoy a delicious drink, a delicious treat. Of course, they do their breakfast burritos and other delicious things that they make right there throughout the day. Also, we want to remind you that their Dark Canyon coffee and their Piper Leaf teas, which have become very popular, they're available for purchase now. You can grab some to take home with you to keep the flavor going at home or at work, and they have some wonderful and unique gift items as well, decor, cards, baby items, and much, much more. And they are now carrying fresh floral arrangements. That's at Brubaker's Coffee House and Gifts in Arnold. Again, they're open Tuesday through Friday, 8 to 5, open on Saturday from 9 to 3.
All right, and there's a job opening, we understand, at the Custer County Judicial Branch here in Broken Bow.
Yeah, Custer County District Court Office is looking to fill an office administrative position. Qualified candidate must have basic computer skills, a clean record, and high-quality customer service skills. It is a full-time position, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Health benefits, vacation and sick leave, a retirement package, and competitive wage. Send your resume to District Court. Attention, Amy Oxford, 604 Heritage Drive, Broken Bow, 68822. You can also call and talk to Amy if you have any questions, 872-2121. And again, whenever we read these job listings and postings for you, you can go and look at them on sandhillsexpress.com. Just go to the employment page, and it'll have all the information that you need.
Good morning from Steve in our chat box this morning. Back to you, Steve. Good morning to you. And Gary, this is for you, Brent, says, oh, I guess it's for both of us. Hi, Brent and Dave. Which is worse, Navage, Jim, or Charles commercials?
I don't know.
Well, I know I'm just going to say right now, Gary, the Navage is the worst of anything right now, other than I really sometimes get the same. But never mind. I don't want to go into that. But
okay.
We don't want to talk about those sorts of things. Let's talk about Sun Valley Landscaping.
All right, yes, Sun Valley Landscaping in Ansley, excited for spring weather, and they would love to see you for their upcoming classes. They're going to do some classes on succulents coming up. They'll be on Sunday, March 20th, so mark that on your calendar from 3 to 5. And then they'll do another one the following day, Monday, March 21st, in the evening from 7 to 9. The class will include everything you need to put your succulents together. There is limited space, so you need to reserve your spot, and you can do that by calling or texting 308-325-7070. That's 308-325-7070. Or you can message them on Facebook as well. And, boy, if you've ever been there in the past, their hanging baskets are beautiful. And it's going to be all about hanging baskets on April 10th and 11th. So stay tuned for more information on that once we get closer to those dates. Opening day is April 15th. Be here before you know it. Can't wait to see you at Sun Valley Landscaping in Ansley.
All right. And I know Chaz is itching to get started and get going here this spring at Sun Valley Landscaping. Great growth there. That business is fantastic. It's exciting to watch them grow. Another business that's growing a lot, we just talked about them a little bit ago, is Livia's Boutique.
Yeah, we'll keep you right there in Ansley. Livia's Boutique in Ansley is offering 30% off all week in store and online. So much inventory that should have arrived last fall is now coming in. So take advantage of great deals on name brands like Wrangler, Cinch, and Under Armour. They are open Tuesday through Thursday, 10 to 6, open on Fridays, 10 to 5, open on Saturday at 10 to 4. The latest trends for everyone in the family, from the kiddos to the grandparents, you'll find them on Main Street, Ansley. Visit Livia's Boutique in Ansley, and remember, you can shop online too at liviasboutique.com. Again, this week offering 30% off in-store and online.
All right. Thank you, Brent. Thank you so much. Here's Greg.
way back when you guys started toasting sandwiches, okay?
Right.
What do people, is it 50-50? Or do people like a sandwich one way or the other? Do you serve more cold sandwiches or do you serve more toasted now?
I would have to say we probably serve more toasted.
Toasted? I kind of thought that. I have to admit, when you started doing that, I think I get my sandwich toasted all the time almost anymore.
Yeah. Back when it first started, I'll bet you it was probably about 1 in 10 customers, and now it's probably about 6 or 7 out of 10.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Does it kind of depend on the sandwich?
Yeah, and sometimes the season has a lot to do with it, because me, generally, in the summertime, I'd rather have a cold sandwich.
Yeah. Well, I'm just want to let you know right now, Matt, I just don't like my buns toasted.
I bet not.
I do not. I don't like
Dave's
so
always been
you don't use
about that.
You don't use the heated seat on your car then, do you?
Yeah, I do. I just make sure that I don't stay on it too long. Yeah, no, it's a good choice to have, and you can even have it just warmed up. That's I kind of leaned toward they ask, and they said, well, you just pop it in there and warm it up a little bit. You can do that too.
Yeah, because there is a way we can just do heat only, so it doesn't toast. So if you just wanted your sandwich heated, not toasted, there is a button for that.
That works great. I will raise my hand to that one. So lots of different options on the sandwiches. Talk about the wraps just a little bit. How many different kinds are there now?
Every sandwich can be made into a wrap.
Oh.
So any sandwich we have can be made into a wrap. And so there, I think, is over 1 million ways to make a sandwich. So there's probably over 1 million ways to make a wrap.
I did not know that. I walk in and look at the display on the wall and order whatever's up there. But
right.
You can have it made just like any other sandwich. Boy,
right.
That opens things up. And again, we've mentioned it before, that texture on a wrap is different than the other sandwiches. So you can still have all the ingredients, but have it wrapped tighter, a little bit different texture to it.
Right.
Sounds delicious.
The only one I don't think I've ever made is a meatball wrap. That's the only one.
Surprised that you didn't, because you're the meat man.
Yeah. I don't think a lot of people think about putting a meatball in a wrap.
Would you squish it down?
Well, no.
So
I don't know. That sounds awfully messy because the wraps aren't real thick.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. It's got to squirt out somewhere.
Hey, we talk about wraps. You got the flatbread is good too that you guys have.
Yep. Flatbread's still around. I like the flatbread for breakfast sandwiches.
Yeah.
That's my go-to for breakfast.
And one thing,
I like, those are great. Still sell a lot of them. I think we go through about 100 to 150 a week.
And the one thing I keep forgetting, Matt, and I wish I wouldn't forget it, because I love your steak and egg breakfast sandwich. And, and I forget, you can get the breakfast sandwich any time of the day, right?
Oh, yeah. Yep. That's the nice thing about Subway is we don't have a cutoff for, you can only have breakfast till 10:30. Some people work night shift, so their breakfast would be at a different time than everybody else's.
Yeah, or you just like to have a breakfast at 2 o'clock in the afternoon if you want to.
Right.
Yeah. And that hits the spot sometimes, or even for lunch. Yeah. So I think this question is one we ask everyone. Are you still looking for some good help?
Yes, we are still looking for some help, trying to get the store back to open all 7 days a week. We're shooting for April to be open on Sundays. But yeah, we're looking for some day help and some night help. So if you're looking for a part-time job, full-time job, we're looking for you.
Okay.
Matt, you just said open 7 days a week. What are you open now? You just open Monday through Saturday? I don't know if I knew
we
that.
are.
Okay. All right. Just open Monday through Saturday. And the hours are what?
10 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Okay.
Okay. Well, Matt, is there anything else that you wanted to highlight that we didn't ask you about this morning?
No, just come on in and see Ellen, get yourself a nice toasted sub and a bowl of soup.
There you go.
Or untoasted sub, or just warmed up.
or just warmed.
Okay. Thanks, Matt.
Thank you.
Yeah, take care. All right, lots of different ways to have your sandwich. No doubt about it at Subway. About 1 million different ways, according to Matt.
Yeah.
That's a lot of selection.
A lot.
It's a little confusing. So you can be one of those people that walk in and get the same thing or experiment and add different things to your sandwiches. So really, there's no reason you'd ever get tired of going to Subway, right?
Good point. Yep.
Let's see if we can get Jeremy Shipe in here in just a little bit.
Okay.
I'd like him to talk just a little bit about the promotion, kind of let us know how it's all going to work.
It works for me.
All right. The Black Keys and Low High right here on The Breakfast Show. As promised, we brought Mr., and I mean Mr., Jeremy Shipe into the studios. Jeremy, how you doing?
Doing good. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. Kind of realizing this morning that Brent and I are not alike. We're different. Way different. Yeah.
In what ways?
Oh, every way.
Every way?
Every way.
Wow. Not even your careers are the same.
No. Doesn't like to have his ears pinched by his wife. Gets a haircut every month. Watches Gunsmoke every night. Hard for a guy like me to handle that.
Wow. I don't know.
Jeremy's like, what do you want me to say?
What do you want me to say? It sounds like something between you two. I do not want to get in the middle of.
Jeez. Oh boy, that you didn't fall into that one at all.
You didn't take the bait.
No way.
I applaud you for that.
I have learned. It's taken me almost 6 years here, but I've got it figured out.
I should change lures on this one.
Yeah, go for a spin bait or something.
Go back to a top water plug.
Uh-huh.
So we brought you in actually not to try to lure you into argument or explain differences. We wanted you to talk about the exciting promotion that you just released the promo on.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be fun. It's for basically anyone. Now, I know that kind of the idea of the promotion is this idea of going fast and flying around this track and stuff. But, you know, you don't have to go fast. I know that can be intimidating to some people. So if you want to go sit behind the wheel of a Lamborghini and go a nice, cool 55 miles an hour down the track, that's an option too. But that's what we're giving away, a track day experience in either Kansas City or Omaha. And we'll have one winner that will travel there during those dates in the summer and get it to choose a car of their choice and go out on the track and do 3 to 4 laps. And after a little bit of instruction from a racing professional. And basically what I'm reading on their website is that they're going to train you up, and the idea is to push you and challenge you to have some fun and kind of push your comfort level a little bit and get out there and drive those cars like they were intended to be driven.
Now, I would think they go with you on that drive?
Yep. The instructor sits in the passenger seat, and you just have a short instructional before, and then they put all your gear on, your fire suit and your helmet and everything, and then the instructor gets in the passenger seat and you go out and cruise.
Do you know how long or how many miles you get to go?
The Omaha track and the Kansas City track are both, by the time you do 3 or 4 laps, you're driving a couple to a few miles.
Okay.
So with some hairpin turns and stuff like that, get you sliding in the seat a little bit.
Oh, boy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy. And do you set up an appointment to go down there if you win? Is that how it works? Or
Yeah, basically what they do is they've got like over 10 locations across the country where they bring these cars with them. And so they have specific dates at Kansas City and in Omaha, and those are kind of coming up this summer. So they have one weekend in Kansas City and one weekend in Omaha. So you can choose which of those two works best for you and then go during that weekend and do your racing.
This is a valuable prize. I mean, like you say, you don't have to be a car racer. Now, most of us would be wanting to go a little bit faster, and those cars stick to the road pretty good.
They're low to the ground.
Yeah. Let's face it, even cars that are made for the road anymore, you look down and you can be going a lot faster than you think. I can't imagine being in one of those and not looking down and be going pretty good speed. And then,
they ride so smooth, too. I think, one shock on a Lamborghini is probably worth more than my Jeep. So, and it doesn't ride smooth. So,
so there's that Ford Mustang, Porsche, and Lamborghini and Ferrari, right?
Yeah, Ferrari and Lamborghini, and basically those are considered supercars for a reason. But then you've got a muscle car too, Ford Mustang. Those get up and go. But you might know a little fewer people that have Ferraris and Lamborghinis than you do Ford Mustangs. So I would tend to go towards the Ferrari or Lamborghini because don't get too many opportunities in your life to drive one of those.
True. The Porsche doesn't look bad.
No, none of them look bad. I'd drive about any of them.
I would too. And how do they register?
Registrations are going to be online on the contest page of sandhillsexpress.com. We're gathering some businesses that are sponsoring this that are going to give you chances at extra registrations throughout the contest, and that's kind of how we'll do it. Our registration will be online, and we'll do the drawing at the end of April. Probably the first breakfast show in May is when we're going to do that drawing.
Fantastic.
So registrations begin when? When can you start signing
21st.
Up? Okay.
21st.
Coming up.
And how old do you need to be to register?
I haven't hammered out that detail yet.
Okay, sorry.
I don't know. I don't want to say, but
I would
probably driving age at least.
At least driving age, maybe.
Well, yeah. I'm guessing if you're.
Are you 10 years
13,
old? You've never driven before, and you want to drive a Lamborghini?
But
well, I don't know. Actually, you're off track, so you wouldn't have to have a license.
Yeah, that's why I put the registration start date out a little bit. I've got to use next week to hammer out the details and the contest rules and stuff like that. So watch for that.
And do remember, I'm sure, knowing the drill, because we watch it happen with Sork, before you get into that automobile and have the fun, you're going to have to sign a sheet saying that they're not responsible for anything that happens. So
exactly.
If you're going to register and going to participate, know that if there was something that happened, it would be your responsibility, your expense for whatever. I don't know what it wouldn't be the car itself, but injury to you. So.
Yeah, and basically what we're giving away is the gold package experience with the Extreme Experience Company. And they've got, they require you to purchase insurance, which sounds scary because you think like, oh, I need to buy this expensive insurance to go and race this car. They've got different options available, and they start at like $39, which according to their website is what a majority of people go with and are perfectly fine. Why we're not including insurance is because we want to make sure that by us including the insurance, we're not sticking you to go with something that you're not comfortable with yourself. So if you want to go with the $39 insurance or the more expensive insurance, that's your choice. But it's not super expensive.
Good to know.
Do you know what this would be valued at if a person were to just go on their own?
$500-600, I think, is where their packages start. So,
all right. And what did you bid it up to when you bought it?
At the foundation?
Yeah.
I think over $900. They almost spent $1,000 on it.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's a great price.
Considering you're driving a $250,000 car.
That's not very much.
That's not much. That's probably what a couple of laps is worth.
Yeah, probably. So they'll start to register, register on the 21st.
On the 21st, and like many of our online registration contests that we've had recently, you can come back and get more registrations every day. So it's basically the digital online equivalent to stuffing the registration box with your name.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for the details, and we'll look forward to, as you hammer out the final details, getting folks registering on the 21st then.
It'll be a lot of fun, and another contest that we as employees can't enter in. And this one hurts.
That sucks.
This one is hurting Jeremy and Dave, too.
Yeah.
Actually, all of us.
It just...
Even the girls.
Hurts to know that thing is in my desk drawer.
Christy would love to get behind a wheel and see how fast she could go.
Well, she does that every day.
Well, yeah. Just watch her pull into the parking lot.
I don't know. You know what? If Shannon and Christy had a race, I'm not sure who'd win.
I don't know.
Man, that'd be fun.
That would be fun to watch.
Closed course track with two identical radio station cars.
Is there any way we can hook this up? I would love to see this.
We can't afford to have them trade and paint.
No. There's already enough of that going on.
And Christy is so competitive, I wouldn't put it past her.
She'd rip a bumper off. She'd rip a bumper off.
Poor Shannon to be coming around the corner and she'd get T-boned. Have a good one, guys.
See ya.